Okay, this is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres, and today is the 5th of May 2018. And I'm doing something today that I think is really cool. And I know I've explained some of this before, but I'm going to do it again in a better way because I got a new piece of equipment I think that's going to make it even more exciting. This is a rotor tiller. All right. It's 72 inches. It's made by a company named LS here, made in the United States. USA. All right. And I've been looking for one of these for quite a long time. And anytime that you find one used, it's usually beat to death. And I don't really like buying equipment new, but when I started to push the numbers around on this, it made a lot of sense. I paid about $2,200 for this. I got this from a store by us by the name of Ebels, and they handle this LS equipment, and they handle it very, very well. So I'm not sure if it is the cheapest price in town, but I just know that the service there is no better service. I mean, if something goes south on you, something that you got from them, take it back, and they usually know how to get it straightened out so it works right. And when I was told by Dave over there that this is top of the line and that he's never had one brought back to them, I know he's giving me the straight poop on it. So I got it, and one of the ways that I made it less painful to me is I plan to use it for 10 years. All right, so if I amortize it out over 10 years, it's, you know, $220. If I was to go and rent it, it's $150 a day to rent. And I would have to drive clear into Cadillac and then come back, put it on. Then I have to wash it off and dig out all the stuff out of it and then take it back and come back. So you're talking, it's 22 miles into town times 4. The fuel, the time, and then dealing with the guys at the rental place, which takes years off my life. I just as soon own one. And let me give you further justification on this, because this is cool. This is cool. All right, now look at this field, first of all. It kind of looks like coffee grounds. And we've worked on this field a lot. I've put a lot of compost into this. I've had pigs on this for about 3 years now. And prior to that, it was just a piece of hay field that when the hay was off of it, it looked like this. I mean, it was connected to this. But by running pigs on it and growing forages in it, you know, all their manure goes back, the bacteria builds. We put a lot of wood chips into it and a lot of compost, a lot of bedding, and now it's good. It's good. I'm not going to say it's very good. I can show you some very good stuff, but this is not very good. It's on its way to very good. It's going to be a while, though. Hopefully this is keeping the wind off my microphone. All right. Here's where it gets interesting. This is the seed that I'm going to use. All right, and when I went into the co-op, don't know if you can see that, but this one is field peas, and it's still cool now, so field peas will germinate in the cool. They like cold, cooler dirt. And another thing that I saw on the shelf there I hadn't seen before is kale. Kale is supposed to be like the seaweed of the earth. You know, it's rich in a lot of things. I don't remember what, but a lot of things that are good for you. And there's a lot of uses for it. And I want to explore that, you know, but before I can explore it, I got to grow some. So it was a little bit more expensive. It was $5.50 per pound. And I got 6.5 pounds here. So I paid $35.75 for this bag, but it's far more than I will use this year, and that's for sure. And the field peas, I got 6 pounds of it, so this bag was $10.80. Field peas they're great. These are bush, you know, they're not climbers, and I'll get germination out of them in a week, and by the middle of summer, I'll say, May, June, by July 1st, it'll be so thick in here, you'll have a hard time walking through. And then middle of July, when it starts to heat up, we'll start getting the peas on there, the pea pods, and they're about this long. And you can come out here and gorge yourself on them if you want. And there's nothing better. I mean, we'll pick tons of this stuff and bring it in the house and stir fry it. It's very, very easy to grow. So here's the numbers on this. This is what makes it even funner, okay? I used to do this with just a cultivator, and the cultivator would leave clumps out here. And, you know, it was good, but it's not like this. Not like this at all. This is going to enable this seed to get in and to have far more germination per square foot. Germination per square foot is going to equal, and fertility is going to equal more pounds of forage per square foot. Now here's the rough numbers on this. This field is 150 feet by 150 feet, okay? And that's just roughly, I paced it off. And I get, you know what? I'm not sure about that now. I am not sure about that. But let me just continue with this, and if I am correct, I'll just leave it. If I'm not, I'll have to can the whole video. 150 feet by 150 feet equals 22,500 square feet, okay? Can you see this? I did that with my carpenter's pencil that I happen to have in my pocket. Okay, if I have full growth out here, and I take 1 square foot and I pull everything out of it that's usable for forage for the pigs. I've done several tests on this where I get anywhere from, you know, 3 pounds to 7 pounds. So I'm going to average out at about 5 pounds of stuff, of forage, of useful material that the Mangalitsa pig can eat and turn it into, you know, really nice, high quality red pork. And so 5 pounds of that per square foot is going to equal 112,500 pounds of forage. See that? See those numbers? Now I'm going to check that because I'm thinking 150 feet. Yeah, that might be right though. I paced it off. But I will check it. I will check it. I think it was a, yeah, anyway. But that's incredible. And this forage crop, like kale and field peas, I've never planted them together. So this is going to be kind of a cool experiment. That's another cool part of it. You know, it's just going to sit out here. It's going to grow in the sun that I don't pay for, the rain that I don't pay for. I don't irrigate this field. This field never really, you know, this tiny little field here never really generated much more than a couple of round bales, maybe. And so I'm real excited. I gotta go because somebody just rolled in the yard here, so I'm gonna have to end this. And let me check these numbers, and if they're okay, you'll be seeing this video. It's Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Remember, anyone can farm.